Hit that subscribe button right now, or every time you microwave something, it'll explode. From ocean creatures to monstrous river beasts and deep-sea enigmas, these fishermen had no idea what they were about to haul in. These catches are absolutely wild, so let's dive in. You know that feeling when the line suddenly tugs, and you just know something big's on the other end? Well, this guy in Italy found out what big really means. Back in February 2015, out on the Po Delta, he hooked into something that nearly tore the rod straight from his hands. For 40 straight minutes, it was man versus monster. When he finally hauled it up, there it was. A Wells catfish the size of a small boat, 280 pounds, and over 8 feet long.
These giant whiskers are so stinking cool. Just a cool fish, and this modeling back here is just cool.
He admired it for a moment, then let the river beast slip back into the depths. Crimson fangs. There are creatures in the deep that look more like nightmares than living beings. One fisherman found that out the hard way when his net surfaced with a fish unlike any he'd ever seen. But what really stopped him in his tracks were those wickedly sharp teeth, long, curved, and oddly resembling human teeth. As the fish snapped and twisted, its mouth revealed rows of crimson-stained fangs, earning it the nickname, the Vampire of the Sea. Baltic enigma. In the cold waters of Russia, a fisherman's calm afternoon took a bizarre turn when his line tugged with something strange. As he reeled it up, his jaw dropped. What surfaced looked nothing like a fish. Its flattened body, eerie eyes, and alien-like features made it seem like something out of another world. The footage spread across the internet in hours, with people calling it proof of extraterrestrial life. But marine experts soon identified it as a rare guitar fish, an ancient cousin of rays that's slowly vanishing from many seas. Webbed hand. It started like any other fishing trip, but soon enough, everything flipped. When the fishermen pulled up their catch, what they saw wasn't just fish, it was something moving differently. A dark, webbed hand pressed against the net, twisting, struggling, almost human. They all panicked, and in a rush of instinct, the fishermen let the net slip back into the deep. The thing vanished beneath the rippling surface, leaving only bubbles behind. Later, when the story hit the internet, people swore it had to be a mermaid, or something even older, something that wasn't supposed to be seen. Three-limbed mystery. A group of fishermen pulled up what people called a three-legged sea monster. No one even knows where it was found, which makes it even creepier. Some say it was a mutant, others think maybe it was an unknown species altogether. And experts, well, they were not so sure.
Holy what the heck is that?
What is happening?
Because when something this strange shows up without a clear origin, it's hard not to wonder what's really swimming just out of sight. Alien catch.
Here, could you move? I want to get a picture.
What was supposed to be a calm fishing day turned into something far stranger. As the man reeled in his line, he expected the usual tug of a common fish, but what emerged left him speechless. Its pale, smooth body shimmered under the sunlight, and its face didn't look like it belonged underwater at all. With eerie, hollow eyes and an oddly human-like expression, the creature seemed to stare right back at him, as if studying the fisherman in return. Two-headed catch.
Oh, that's disgusting.
It started out like any normal day on the water until the fisherman pulled up something that made his stomach drop. What dangled from the line wasn't your average catch. Staring back at him were two mouths, four eyes, and one deeply unsettling body. Locals called it the Chernobyl fish, claiming it was either a radioactive mutation or the product of a secret experiment gone wrong. And it sure does look like one. ocean titan. In the deep blue expanse of the Gulf of Mexico, a fisherman's rod suddenly bent with a force that felt almost unreal. He pulled hard, expecting a decent catch, but what emerged from the depths was a true underwater beast, a colossal grouper.
Guys, we just caught this massive Warsaw grouper. Look at the size of this thing. Oh my gosh.
Thick-bodied and wide-mouthed, the creature's size was staggering, close to a meter long and strong enough to rival a small shark, making it remarkable. Ocean's mystery. When this giant, scary-looking mass washed up on Indonesia's Seram Island, locals were convinced they just stumbled onto a real-life sea monster. Some said it looked like a prehistoric beast. Others whispered about the blob, some mythical thing rising from the deep. But when scientists checked it out, it turned out it was a decomposed whale, just transformed by time, salt, and decay. Still, the sight was unreal, massive, eerie, and way too lifelike. Makes you wonder, though, if something this huge can go unnoticed until it washes ashore, what else could be lurking down there? Freddy of the Deep. Now this one could give nightmares a face. A fisherman somewhere out on a calm morning cast his line like any other day, but what came out looked straight out of a horror flick. The dark, scarred skin, the jagged mouth, and those eerie eyes instantly earned it a nickname, Freddy Krueger fish. Some said it was a deep-sea species dragged up from where sunlight never reaches. Others whispered mutation. Whatever it was, one thing's for sure. The ocean just reminded everyone that it still holds its monsters. Deep giant beaches can really play tricks on you. One minute you're watching the waves, and the next, something straight out of a sea monster story shows up. That's exactly what happened in South Africa when people stumbled upon this massive squid washed up on the shore.
What did that guy say, 4 meters?
Yeah, looks like it's high.
Yeah.
I'm talking 13 feet long and weighing around 600 pounds. They eventually sent it off to the Isiko Museums of South Africa, where scientists confirmed it was one of only 20 giant squids ever recorded. Now that wasn't just a catch, it was a legend. River giant. It started like any other quiet day on the Fraser River, a bunch of fishermen hoping for a decent catch. But when the line went tight, they struggled for nearly an hour to bring it up. And when it finally broke the surface, everyone was shocked. A giant white sturgeon, bigger than any of them had ever seen. It was the kind of creature that makes you realize some rivers still hide amazing secrets from long ago.
It took us 3.5 hours, measured it, 10'7" from the nose to the fork of the tail, and if you went to nose to the tip of the tail, it's 11'6".
Tentacled surprise. These fishermen were retrieving their catch one by one until they noticed the line was heavier than usual. When the net came up, the crew froze. Tangled in their catch wasn't a normal fish at all, but a massive octopus, its long arms twisting and pulsing beneath the surface. For a bit, everyone just stood there in silence. Then, with a sense of respect, they chose to let it go. As it slipped away into the deep ocean, it left behind a memorable story from what seemed like just another day at sea. Silver serpent.
That's an oarfish.
Off the coast of San Diego, a group of kayakers came face to face with something straight out of deep-sea folklore. Drifting just beneath the waves was a massive, silver-bodied creature. It turned out to be a 12-foot oarfish, one of the ocean's rarest visitors. Marine experts from the Scripps Institution of Oceanography confirmed it was only the 20th recorded sighting in California since 1901. The discovery left everyone stunned, as this fish is also considered an indicator of the end time. Giant beneath. They say legends of giants often come from the mountains, but sometimes the real giants hide beneath the waves. One fisherman learned this truth when his net suddenly grew impossibly heavy. Struggling against the pull, he expected maybe a tangle of debris or a cluster of fish, but what surfaced left him frozen. Caught in the mesh was a colossal fish, so massive and ancient-looking it seemed straight out of a prehistoric world. Its sheer size dwarfed anything the man had ever seen. In that silent moment, he realized the ocean still guards creatures beyond human imagination. Feathered scales.
Whoa, look at that.
This angler reeled in something that left him speechless. A fish with the unmistakable head of a bird. Its sharp beak-like mouth and smooth, finned body created a creature that defied all logic. Though there is no explanation from the experts is available, eyewitnesses call it a failed hybrid experiment. And when it didn't turn out as they wanted, they let it out in the ocean. You made it to the end. You're the real ones. Here's a bonus entry for you guys. Blue mutant fish. A video from a quiet lake suddenly sent the internet into a frenzy. A glowing, electric blue creature gliding beneath the surface. Its color was so vivid that people couldn't decide what they were seeing, yet it was so clear to ignore. Conspiracy theorists flooded comment sections, guessing everything from alien life to government experiments, whether truth or mystery. That brief clip showed everyone how weird nature can be sometimes.